tournament. That was a mouthful.
Well.
But good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Very well.
Wonderful.
Good. Thanks for coming on. We have, it's almost historical now, 33 years of this golf tournament. So that's pretty spectacular. You guys must be doing something right. And it's coming up on July 18th. Now, Bayard, let's start with you. Tell me about this tournament, why it was created, and why it's so popular.
Well, I wasn't there at the beginning of this, but it was founded 32 plus years ago by Bill Zelliff and a couple of his associates from the Jackson area to benefit the hospital.
Great.
And it has grown significantly over the last decade to the point where we have morning and afternoon sessions to accommodate all the golfers. And the numbers now are over 200 registrants.
And so that makes it very important for golfers to get registered early, which they can do online. We'll talk about that in a second. But you guys really know how to run the tournament. You place golfers on different holes throughout, and then you start with your morning session, and then, as you mentioned, the golfers can pick whether they want to play in the morning or in the afternoon.
That's correct.
Okay.
And then the afternoon session is followed by a wonderful dinner that has, for the amount of time I remember, been prepared by the chefs of Jackson.
Yum.
And now it's expanded a little bit more, and the Valley Originals are involved as well. This year we're trying a little bit of a different twist in that instead of a sit-down dinner, we're doing a fancy hors d'oeuvre, I guess they call them heavy hors d'oeuvres.
Heavy hors d'oeuvres, yeah, sure.
That will be passed by staff to the tables or people who are milling around talking, and obviously we have cocktails. And then there is an awards presentation following that.
Okay, so you're going to have different contests for different holes is what I'm taking, probably closest to the pin type stuff?
For both sessions.
Okay, and do you have a hole-in-one type contest going on?
We do. That it's an insured hole-in-one situation involving a car giveaway.
Really? And what kind of car do you have that nailed
It comes
down
from
yet?
Crest. I'm not sure. It varies. I'm not sure what we're doing this year, but it's on a hole that I think would be impossible to get a hole-in-one on.
Really? And has someone ever done it?
I don't know that it's ever happened. No, it's not happened at the Memorial Tournament. I've seen it happen at other tournaments.
That just must be so
It's
awesome
quite
when that
exhilarating.
happens. Yeah. Now, what are some of the other prizes that you think might excite people about, that are going to be on the different holes? Do you have anything?
Well, it's usually merchandise.
Okay.
Golfers really like to get a gift certificate in the local pro shops. But beyond that, in the past and present now, we've had travel certificates.
Great.
We've had obviously restaurant gift certificates, and the community steps up and supports the raffle and the prizes.
Wonderful. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, we appreciate everything that Memorial Hospital does for us here in the Valley. So it's a great way to give back. And it sounds like a very festive. I mean, golf is an easy sell around here. So you've got that going for you. And then with this whole tent and the heavy hors d'oeuvres, it's going to be very social, which is great for people around here as well.
It's a great opportunity for people who don't see each other very often because of the breadth and width of the registration.
Right. Absolutely. So again, the registration is very important. Online, ahead of time, you can do everything there. And you can even pay online. And that's at memorialhospitalnh.org. They can find a link from there?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a link to the tournament.
Great. So, and then on the day, it's a 6:30 show-up sign-in. So that's when you sign in, but you have to pre-register. And if you don't have a team, don't worry. You can register as an individual, and they're going to place you with somebody.
Right.
That will be a lot of fun, too.
And it's 6:30 registration, 7:30 tee off. It's a shotgun scrambled format. And then the afternoon session, and there's still places in both morning and afternoon, is at 1 o'clock.
Okay. Now, this is sort of an off-the-cuff type question, but can you get in on just the tent festivities, or do you need to be a golfer to go to the
No.
after?
You can Join us just for the dinner part of it, which is frequently done.
Okay.
Spouses, friends, whatever.
Okay.
So
And
we
it's
refer to it as the grazing on the green. Which
Oh,
is,
good. Grazing on the
which is an
green.
Grazing on the
appropriate
green.
name.
And tickets, how would we get tickets to just the tent if you're not a golfer?
you can do that online as well.
Perfect.
And
That's
it's
easy.
right there in the brochure.
And what's nice, $150 gets you all that.
That's
So you
correct.
get the round of golf, you get a cart, and you get that dinner, all included for $150,
And a
which
chance
is
to
a good
win
deal.
that car.
And a chance to win the car.
There
That
you
would
go.
be so exciting.
What
So,
could be better?
and again, all this is for a great cause. And Scott, that's where you come in. You're going to
Yeah.
be talking about what the proceeds
Sure.
are going to benefit.
I mean, the tournament over those 32 plus years it's raised, I believe, over $750,000 over those times. And that's been to the benefit of the hospital for a lot of different resources. A lot of times it's equipment. We're taking a little bit different approach. You know, traditionally we have used proceeds to buy a piece of medical or clinical equipment, but really with hospitals our role is broadening. Obviously it's an important role to take care of people that access the hospital for injury or illness, but we see ourselves now have a responsibility for the health of the community, and that's a lot about wellness and prevention, education, you know, and collaborating with other partners in the community. We kind of started this last year. We used the proceeds to buy carbon monoxide detectors that we then donated to all the rescue squads in the community. So it really was a unique type of thing where we were doing something that improved health in the community, working one of the partnering organizations in the community. This year we're focused on education prevention, and we look at, you know, our community needs assessment to see what healthcare issues are, and you know, there's a growing concern around childhood, adolescent obesity, wellness, fitness, and so we're going to use the proceeds to not necessarily buy a piece of equipment, but to sponsor a year-long program of activities aimed at prevention, childhood, again, adolescent obesity, fitness, nutrition. And so there's going to be a series of programs throughout the year, and we're actually going to kick it off in September, partnering with Storyland to have a day where we're going to have a children's fun run to start the day, and then after that the children and their families can enjoy the park for the day. And then we're going to continue through the year with a series of programs, a lot of them at the different schools. We'll be purchasing with the proceeds different educational materials, books and so on. We'll have some of our providers, physicians, and others going to schools to educate and train children about the importance of physical activity and nutrition and such forth. So we're real excited that it's something that really benefits the community in its entirety.
Right.
And it's also part of what's important, part of our mission and our vision at the hospital. So I think it's a pretty neat thing that we're going to be focused on.
That's a great new focus, and I think it's forward thinking.
Absolutely.
Because the prevention of these problems that we see, you know, before they get to the hospital, if you can prevent that, you know, those illnesses that come from childhood obesity and stuff, I think
Correct.
that's very progressive.
And
so
that's
I
what,
applaud
you know,
that.
all providers, acute care hospitals are recognizing that that's our future. It's to continue to provide that critical care and acute care, but it's also, our responsibility to be out in the community, and we're focusing on wellness and prevention.
All right, well, look forward to hearing more about that as the day approaches with the Storyland thing, of course. That's
Yes.
very exciting for a lot of the families here in the Valley, because Storyland's a big favorite around here. So let's just recap what we have. The Memorial Hospital Open Golf Tournament's coming up. It's on a Thursday, July 18th. It's at the Wentworth Golf Club, which I didn't think we mentioned
That's right.
to the extent we should have, and that's in Jackson, New Hampshire. You can go online to memorialhospitalnh.org. They're going to have a link there where you can register, pay online, and find more information if they need it, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, is there anything that we missed that they need to know before we sign off?
think we covered it.
Okay.
Excellent.
Well, Scott and Bayard, thank you so much for joining us, and good
you,
luck
Tom.
with the tournament.
Thank you.
What do you say for good luck for golfers? Do you know? What is the, I know it's shine side
your
up.
head down.
Keep your head All right, good.
Aim
Well,
straight.
keep your head down then. All right, thanks again.